Welcome, listeners, to the first episode of the Solar Flare Radio, the most reliable radio show in the Virgo star system, brought to you by the VSA. The first item of business is the news. Since the opening of the Vortex in the Phoenix system, every organization and faction has lost a large portion of their fleets. Most have to start over. The damage reaches as far out as the Vega star. We have an emergency broadcast from an unknown origin of the moment the Vortex opened. Here is that clip.
The vortex is opened!
Oh god, okay, what is this?
Charlie! We're being pulled into the vortex! Swim away, Fugu fish! Swim away!
Come on now, you guys are freaking me out. Turn this thing off.
There's no stopping the vortex, Charlie! Fugu!
We believe that the people in this recording are the terrorists responsible for the opening of the Vortex. If anyone has any information on these perpetrators, please contact the VSA. On to other news, the science community has become very interested in our little sector out here in the unknown region. There has been no word from the science community on why there is such a large influx of scientists coming to this region. This is not all good though, because scientists mean governmental influence, and no one likes governmental influence. But with the rise in the science community, there has been a petition for the government to install a supergate connecting the Vega and Phoenix stars together, which the government has elected to start construction on very shortly. Along with the supergate, the Vega star system has come across some very interesting technology, things that the government decided that we should have. The tech involves arc reactors, radars, and shields. Why is the government now just giving us this tech? I have no idea, but I speculate that they might try using it against us very shortly. Listeners, we must not be blinded by these gifts. We must keep a vigilant eye out for any suspicious governmental movement and inform the VSA. We, the VSA, have the means and the technology to get to the bottom of every situation. One of these suspicious governmental movement things is something the commissioner of the Virgo star system said during the opening ceremony for the construction of the supergate. Here is what he said. With the foundation of the supergates being laid out in this region, we are required to make changes to our current situation. We are deeply disappointed by the terms that we've had to come to, but the Vega and Phoenix star systems will be getting more restrictions on what is allowed on a ship. These restrictions have been seen being enforced for the past week, and all forms of equipment will be subject to change over the next coming weeks. We know this will hinder the progression of factions and organizations in this sector, but these are necessary security and safety precautions that we need to take for our citizens. Now, the commissioner said our citizens. What he means by this is the scientists. He talks this game saying it's best for the region if this happens. It will lower crime and so on and so forth. But why is this happening in only the Phoenix and Vega systems? I will tell you why. So the military can have the biggest and brightest ships to suppress the word of the people. But listeners, I am going to tell you now that you cannot suppress the VSA. We live here, and if anyone knows the region better, it is us. Now, you can let this tyrannic rule continue, or you can stand up for yourself. And some of us are just doing that. Some of my sources say that there are fleets that are being built for the sole purpose of war. Now, some say that they're going to be used against the government. Others say that they're going to be used to fight off other factions, organizations that control space in the Virgo star system. Now, listeners, I must tell you that these accusations are not false. From the words of the VSA Grand Admiral, if it comes to it, I will stand next to whoever is with me, and we will fight to the bitter end. Now, he said this just a couple days ago. This is real, and this is now. So who are you with? Are you with the government or are you with the VSA? With all this uncertainty brewing in the region and the chance for a conflict, there has been a rise in popularity for a new religion. This religion is based on the monolith, the one that was discovered on the Mars-like planet. People that are normally part of the religion of Clang have grown interested in the monolith and its nature. The founder of the religion is a former mercenary that goes by the name of Johnny. If the occasion arises, we might hear from him on this show, and he can talk more about the monolith and what it stands for. And that concludes our show. Tune in next time, and I will leave you with the music from the stars.